Hey guys, so we're riding around on the farm right now and we're gonna do it. We're going to move in the bus for a week. Stay tuned. So you guys know that we built a skoolie, and I was talking with Ashley and I said, you know, we're gonna live in this school bus. We're gonna be full-time RVers, right? We're gonna live in the school bus for an entire year while we build a tiny house. And isn't that kind of weird? We're living in a tiny house school bus.
So we can build a tiny house.
So we could build a tiny house. We wanted to see how we would weather in living in this school bus for a week. Thing is, we're gonna do this off-grid style. We're gonna do this week off-grid. And we figured, well, if we could do it off-grid for a week, surely we could do it on-grid for a year.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense or not, but
right. But here's my thinking. Like, I am not super crazy about the off-grid thing because it might deter me from, no, I don't want to do this, even though, like, I'll get burnt out on it, I think. And it's like, I want to do it right. Like, I want to live in it for a week with all the utilities, you know, whether we have solar or whether we're hooked up to electric, you know, through a pole system. You know, we have onboard water, so that's not a huge deal for me. But the electricity, I think, is a huge deal, you know, whether we're running off a generator or not. I mean, we have a refrigerator. It's like we've got to keep our food cold. I can't live out of a cooler for a week. So these are just my thoughts that I'm thinking of, you know, is this really going to work?
And another thing, the reason why I want to do it off-grid is, you know, what if you had to do it off-grid? You know, power goes down, you know, prepper situation. And you know, we're not huge preppers, but it's good to be prepared. So that's why we're driving around right now on the farm, looking for a place to park this bus for a week. So this is actually where I would love to build a house at. I think it's beautiful here. You know, you can see around me, there's, you know, trees galore, and what I've always thought it was cool to have trees that aren't just like so packed in. I mean, you've got trees that, I mean, yes, there's a lot of trees. I guess it's what your definition of a lot of trees, but you know, there's walk paths all through these trees, and it just looks so cool. I mean, it's not cluttered, and it's a well manicured forest, you might say. There's probably a spot right here that we could park the bus this way and get it leveled up pretty good. But the only thing that I'm seeing the problem is right here behind me, where we came in at, right here behind the truck, is there's a lot of low-hanging branches, and wouldn't be bad for the bus to come through there, except that we have an exhaust pipe for the on-demand water heater sticking out of the top of the bus, which, you know, don't want to rip that off there. So this may be an option, but it would be a real struggle to get that bus through here. So let's go drive a little bit more and find the perfect spot. Did you guys see those 3 deer? That was so cool. So this is a hill that is on my grandpa's property. It is amazing. It overlooks the river bottoms. You can see the bluffs, and you can see a lake, our family lake, and it is beautiful. So I would really like to be up here. There's only one problem though. It's got pretty tall grass, and so you're saying mow the grass, right? Well, this is hay, and you know, he's gonna bale this. This is a lot of clover right here, and you can see the clover leaves, and if we look closely, we could probably even see some flowers still. You can see here behind me, lake. You could also see in the very background the river bottoms back there, the rolling bluffs. It looks really cool, and of course you could see the woods line that encamps this entire hillside. It's so awesome, man. And sunsets and sunrises. The sun's gonna rise right there. You can see right here, the sun is just setting right now, and it's super beautiful right here. So the only thing is, will Grandpa let us mow this off? Just a spot for the bus, camp here for a week. That's something we're gonna have to ask him. I just got done talking with Grandma and Grandpa. They said go ahead and mow off a little patch there on top of that hill overlooking the lake. So that's where we're gonna go camp. So let's get the bus moved over there.
Hi.
You excited?
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
Alright guys, we made it. We're up here on top of this hill. We've got an excellent view. If you see here behind us, we've got the lake in the background, and in the far background we're overlooking those river bottoms, and we've got those bluffs, those rolling bluffs. That is just super beautiful. And we do have to do a few things.
We have to level the bus just a little bit more, I think, and then we have to cut some grass back. Grandpa said it was okay, no worries. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, even though we're on a hay field here, he said we're not going to do anything enough to hurt anything. So he did give us permission to cut that grass. So which, you know, because if we're going to be here for an entire week off the grid, we don't want to be, you know, we don't want to be up into knee-high grass getting chiggers and ticks. And I know that's not going to get rid of it, but it's going to make it a little bit better to at least have short grass.
Even though we're living in this bus, we still have our farm. Since we're not on the homestead, we will have to make trips back to the house to check on the animals, feed them, water them, just to make sure that everything is still good to go. And if we have to get some stuff, we're at least close by to be able to satisfy our needs if we need to.
Yeah, so if you guys are new to our channel, we're Farm Alarm. We live on a small 3-acre homestead, and we converted the skoolie into so we could be full-time RVers, mainly not to travel, but mainly to stay on our homestead while we in the future build a tiny house to live in. Something a little bit bigger than this tiny house bus, but we do have animals. We have chickens and we have some sheep, and we have a greenhouse, and we're putting out a huge garden right now. So we really encourage you guys to stick around. Like I said, we're doing this adventure in this bus all week long because we are going to be moving in this thing very soon. We wanted to see if we could do it off-grid. So hey guys, we appreciate you checking us out, and come back tomorrow, see if we're still alive. We'll see you on the next video.